evening, in 48 hours, he's starting the Yahrtzeit from Maran, Hagaon, Reb Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, 30 years ago, Horav, Adar, Hey. I would like to share with you a story this is the message which I would like to give tonight here in this occasion. The father of Shlomo Zalman Auerbach is given Aid, einer von der Gdoile Adar, Reb Shlomo Auerbach, was the Rosh Yeshiva and the founder of Yeshivas HaMekubolim Sha'ar HaShamayim Ad Hayom Hazeh. And when he opened the yeshiva, 5 years later, there was at Kufa, still anybody who knows, till 1917, Eretz Yisrael was ruled by the Ottoman Empire. The Turkish people, they ruled it for 401 years. Everybody that knows a little bit of the history. And they started giving solace to Yeshiva Light and the Talmidei Chachamim. And anybody who knows a little bit of the whereabouts, what happened at the time, knows that many of Chachmei Yerushalayim lived under Pachad. Reb Chaim Leib, with his wisdom and his charm, became a vice consul of Iran, the Heinrich Iran of Poras in Yerushalayim. And as such, he was able to issue passports to Talmidei Chachamim, Persian passports. Of course, it was Shalei Kedin, because those Talmidei Chachamim had no shaykhs to Poras and Modai. And one night, somebody came over to Reb Chaim Leib and told him, you should know they snitched on you, and tomorrow they're going to lock you up. He went at 12 o'clock at night, he ran away, and he sat in Golos for a year and a half in a little moshav not far from Tzfas, hidden. He took with him a Talmud, and he sat there for a year and a half. Prior to that, Reb Chaim Leib found a Ksav of the Merkeres HaMishneh on Even HaEzer, and he decided, while he's sitting in Golos, he's going to write a pirush on the Merkeres HaMishneh on Even HaEzer. When finally the British took over and the Turkish went away from Eretz Yisrael, he came back to Yerushalayim in HaKodesh, the Talmudei b'yodoi, he had a sefer in his hand, and he gave the sefer a name, Chacham Lev. Reb Shlomo Zalman, in Chof Gimel Tammuz Tov Reish Pei Gimel, Shabbos Kodesh, had his bar mitzvah. And his father gave him the Ksav Yad of that Chacham Lev, and he wrote on top, Chacham Lev Yikach Mitzvahs. This Chochmas Lev Yikach Mitzvahs. Reb Shlomo Zalman took it, and he wrote a pirush on this Chacham Lev. And anybody that has the sefer today, and I brought Heint, the Shar Blatt from Tov Reish Pei Zayin, you can share it with him. Reb Shlomo Zalman is a bocher of 16 years old, wrote a pirush and Hagoyes on this sefer Chacham Lev. The story goes that Reb Shlomo Zalman went with his father to the Chaim Sonnenfeld to ask for brocha, for askome. Reb Shlomo Zalman was mentioned in that askome. Such titlach at the age of 16, which is unheard of. We have the original askome. When Reb Shlomo Zalman printed it over, he asked to take out those few sentences that he wrote about in Ke'echot B'Gdei Yisrael at the age of 16. And the reason for that being is because one year on Pesach in the morning, Chaim Leib went with his father to the Kaisel, and on the way back, he meets Reb Chaim Sonnenfeld. And Reb Chaim Sonnenfeld sees a child, 9 years old, and he tells him, "No, the vier kashas is the weekend." This is after Reb Shlomo Zalman made a siyum on Kiddushin, Gemara Rashi Teisves, at the age of 9, and he got it for hair back there in Israel. Reb Chaim Sonnenfeld didn't know him. He says, "Was in the teretz after drische kashe von man ishtam?" Reb Shlomo Zalman was so beleidigt that he asked him such a kashe. Wahrscheinlich schön zu sich dort teretz auf der kashe, von der dritte kashe, nicht dass ich kosche. Al Kaponi, he was fashemt. He looked down, and Reb Chaim Sonnenfeld saw that the kid was really hurt. Later on, Reb Shlomo Zalman said, "Ich weiß, von was hat mir gegeben das Komme auf den Sefer, weil mir beleidigt, hat mir verschämt, bei der Käsel Maroga als sein Enkel hat mir gewollt abzogen. Sieht das nicht, take it out." But what was the word that he wrote on his Bar Mitzvah Sefer, on this Ksaviyat? Chacham Leiv. Chacham Leiv Yikach Mitzvahs. I'd like to share with you tonight a phenomenal story. And this is the message I would like to give tonight, take out of here. Was ist Chacham Leiv, Chochmas HaLeiv? Tzalo became Bar Mitzvah, the Gemara steht in Yud Gimel, he was a Ish, he built the Mishkan, Ubelev kol Chacham Leiv nosati Chochma. What is this Chochmas Leiv? So the story goes like this. I know the story from first hand. I would like to share with you here tonight. There was a child in Sanhedria Morchevet who was an autistic child. He didn't go to school. Those days they didn't have schools. It wasn't developed as school for special education. He used to stand there by the Kriyas HaTorah every Shabbos, take off the mantle, bring the gartel, and he loved to mach doch the Balkairi. He wasn't 100% there. He loved. Somebody came over to the father and said, "Listen, I have an eitzah for you. The kid is musical. He's 11 years old. Maybe he should read the Haftarah when he comes to his Bar Mitzvah in 2 years' time." The father says, "What are you talking about? It's not mesugal for anything. He's going to read the Haftarah. He can't read one sentence." He says, "Take Eitzah Torah Lizim, a man of years, a big mumche, and let him teach him the Haftarah." He made him a tape of the Haftarah, and they put it by the kid in his bed, and every day he used to listen for 2-3 hours to the Haftarah, and he knew the words. Not that he knew too much how to make heads and tails, but he knew how to sing it, the Torah song. And as he was achieving and getting towards his Bar Mitzvah, beautiful, he could sing the Haftarah. It's going to come the day of his Bar Mitzvah. Thursday afternoon, the father takes the son to the store, to the head store, to buy a Bar Mitzvah head store. Comes into the head store, and the man comes over and he tells the child, "Yankele, shamati she'ata olech likro haftarah b'Shabbat." No, the kid, let's hear, give us a little preview of the Haftarah. With Shabbos, Erev Chodesh Elul, and the kid starts singing in the Chanut Kovayim. We know that if Rosh Chodesh is an Erev Shabbos, if Shabbos is Erev Rosh Chodesh, you read the Haftarah for Michoel Chodesh on Shabbos. He takes the father to the side and he tells them, entschuldigt, du weißt, dass wir halten mit den Shiva der Nechamto. We're holding in the 7 weeks that we read the Haftarahs of Nechama. So often in Ramoy Shulchan Aruch, now whenever Erev Shabbos, Rosh Chodesh Elul, Erev Rosh Chodesh Elul, it's Shabbos, we read the Haftarah of the Shiva and the Nechamta. You don't read Michoel Chodesh. Father says, are you serious? He says, take a look. Look at the Ramah, look at the Mishnah Berurah, how often you don't read this Haftarah. His father invested 2 years. Father was an outer town in Yeshivas Kotera. You run Thursday night in Shlomo Zalman, 11 o'clock at night, bursting in tears. He tells them, ich weiß nicht, was zu machen. For 2 years I'm teaching my autistic child the Haftarah of Michoel Chodesh because we knew Shabbos is Erev Chodesh. We never took into consideration that it comes out Chodesh Elul, it's Shiva and Nechamta, you gotta read the Haftarah for Loina. What am I going to do? Shlomo Zalman listened, and he tells them, ich pasken von dir, as der Jahr geht men leinen Michoel Chodesh. And if anybody is going to challenge you in shul, and is going to tell you, it's nicht richtig, man darf leinen, Roni Akoro, sollst du sagen, als Shlomo Zalman Auerbach hat gesagt, man darf leinen Michoel Chodesh. Okay, he says, Rebbe, are you sure? 100% this is the halacha. Came Friday, the person who walked with Reb Shlomo Zalman Auerbach on Shabbos said there was a heat wave, 40 degrees, 104 degrees in Yerushalayim. Shlomo Zalman tells him Friday night, I'm asking you to please come 6 o'clock in the morning to my house. I would like to walk to the bar mitzvah. He said, Rebbe, the Rebbe can come game with Beis Knesset Agro, a block away from your house. This is in Sanhedrin Muchevet, it's 6 kilometers away, 4-mile walk. Shlomo Zalman says, ich heiss dir, sollst du kommen, go. I'm asking you to please come to my house 6 a.m. And he came, he says he walked to Shlomo Zalman, they had to sit down 15 times to find a chair, to find a bench. He was sweating, he was gizering, mamish, was heat of the day, at 7 o'clock in the morning it was so hot. And he walks into the shul, Reb Noach Heisler shul, anybody that knows, in Sanhedrin Muchevet, all the way at the bottom of the hill, the caravan, that's the shul where the bar mitzvah is. And he walks in, and he's telling me, sees Shlomo Zalman. He says, I never knew that the Rebbe is going to be here for Shabbos and Sanhedrin Muchevet. Shlomo Zalman didn't answer him. Somebody came, the Shamish that walked with him. He said, the Rebbe steht nicht, though he's not here for Shabbos. He walked for 2 hours in a serious nefesh. He says, Rebbe, why did you do that? Shlomo Zalman, in the height of his 80s, he was nifty, he was 85 years old. He says, why did the Rebbe walk for 2 hours? He said, ich habe gewusst, dass kommen in the shul, said, kommen dort nach Poignant, right for Marcus, and get my club off the dish. No. They're going to go to the back and they're going to make a 7 million. Darf leiden the richtige Haftarah. Bishlu B'Sayel there. This is a kid with special needs, 2 years of his life. All he knows is to read Michoel Chodesh. And they're going to say that, I'm going to be here. And I'm going to give a clap of Tish. Heilige Shabbos, Leine noch a Chodesh. Ve'ein Poitzim Pero Etzaftev. This is Chacham Leiv. It's nicht in Grund zu sein, dass mit Chacham. If the Chacham just comes from wisdom, without a heart entangled, geknippt and gebunden, Shua Tom renews the life in the Chacham. This is a say poignant Amishken. Ubelev kol Chacham chleiv nosati Chacham. 30 years past, this giant is not with us. But the message that we can take, irrespective of any matzev, under any circumstances, in any time of a person's life, Chacham Leiv is he who could understand the necessities, the needs. There is a troubled child. Chacham Leiv Yikach Mitzvahs, take it with you. This is the heritage. This is the tradition. This is the Messiah that we can take from the Adar and Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, sefer Tzaddik L'Brach. Moshe,